Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Wormwood, Semen Retention and Body Game, coming back at you with another video. Hold on. That shit went out. But anyway, punk ass joints. I'm gonna start back smoking blunts. Coming back at you with another video, and in this video, I'm gonna define the Dookie Pookie. The Dookie Pookie is the lowest level. I'm gonna go through the different Pookies, and I'm gonna start off with the Dookie Pookie, because the Dookie Pookie is the Pookie that y'all always focus on. The Dookie Pookie got the sagging pants. Dookie Pookies don't like wearing shirts. Dookie Pookies get a tattoo from head to toe. Dookie Pookies, for some odd reason, I don't know why, like DMX, in my neighborhood, the Dookie Pookie always had like a stray dog or something. I'm not lying. Dookie Pookies are riders too. Dookie Pookies is them killers from the hood. Don't get it twisted. So, I'm gonna put the King Dookie Pookie as DMX. No disrespect to DMX. But if you understand DMX, then you will know what I'm talking about. DMX was Dookie Pookie. Dookie Pookie's got no emotional control. Somebody look at a Dookie Pookie wrong, they might shoot that nigga. And why? Because the Dookie Pookie is the worst. Now, when you're talking about the crack era, I was never a Dookie Pookie because my mama never smoked dope. Now, I came from a single home, but it's different with the crack babies. Dookie Pookies 9 times out of 10 is crack babies. If they was born in my era, they probably alcohol babies. They used to call them red devils. The pills, the red devils, they probably red devil. They some type of substance abuse baby. You know what I'm saying? If they born in my era, then it's not crack because we was before the crack. And the Dookie Pookie foster homes, molested. The Dookie Pookie is the one that sags. The Dookie Pookie is the one that don't trust no female. So he's gonna steal from her. Dookie Pookie eat all the cereals from the kids. Dookie Pookie is spend the last money. Dookie Pookie is not responsible. So Dookie Pookie want the income tax check. But the Dookie Pookie might be smoking Primos. Like the Dookie Pookie is the type of Pookie in Ray Ray that'll convince the female that he's gonna flip the check and he'll get the dope too, but the nigga start smoking that shit. Dookie Pookies have substance abuse. Dookie Pookies always need a beer in the morning. Dookie Pookie smoke cigarettes. Dookie Pookie smoke weed. Dookie Pookie, nowadays, Dookie Pookie smoke meth, crystal meth. Dookie Pookies. You see them, they never leave the hood, so they don't know about places like Guam. They be like, what's them people? Guamanian? I'm like, no, Chamorro. They like, oh, Guamanian people is Chamorro? I'm like, that's all right, man. Dookie Pookies are not trusted by the OGs and the seasoned Pookies and stuff, because a Dookie Pookie is still from me. But the Dookie Pookies do be loyal to their gang. Like, you're never gonna meet a person in your gang that's more loyal to you and your gang than the Dookie Pookie, because remember, the Dookie Pookie never had a family. So once they got that family, they like, shit, I ain't finna leave this motherfucker. Dookie Pookies is not snitches because they so loyal to the family. This is still psychological. The Dookie Pookie. DMX was the Dookie Pookie. The Dookie Pookie damn near never changed. And you can see the pain on the Dookie Pookie face. A Dookie Pookie 9 times out of 10 is gonna always be lean or with like a smaller waistline, even if they don't work out or if they're not in shape. And the reason why a Dookie Pookie is like that is because a Dookie Pookie never developed the appetite that another person had. Because shit, You better not be all hungry wanting a steak when you only got rice to eat or nothing to eat. You dig what I'm saying? The more you eat, the more you develop an appetite for food, or even smoking weed, or even sex. The more you do, the more you develop an appetite, and the less you do, it just really don't even exist. So, in the Dookie Pookie, they never had like a full stomach on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Probably like on the first. We used to get the food stamps on the first, then the 15th. So probably on the first and probably on the 15th, because the Dookie Pookie that lived next door to me, they did eat. The one who I was telling you about, who used to have to fix everything for his brothers and sisters, and not just fix them. He used to have to clean the house and do all that. But on the first and the 15th, they moms, even though she was like how she was, she did buy them hamburger specials. We used to call them hamburger specials. I remember it used to be a long line at A&T Burgers on the 1st and the 15th with our parents up in there. Or sometimes all the little kids would go and get hamburger specials. That's a hamburger, some french fries, and a soda. It used to cost $2.15 for a hamburger, a soda, and some french fries. At the local hamburger stands in the hood and stuff. So I give her that. But that's the only time Pookie and Ray Ray ever was feeling like an extended stomach. So you gotta trick yourself, man. Or you're gonna die in this life. So you can't be wanting steaks and tacos and shit when all you got is a little bit of nothing and a can of beans. So Pookie and Ray Ray not Pookie, the Dookie Pookie, they always gonna be like the Dookie Pookies when they was young. There was the little cats that had the 6-packs. Not because they worked out, but because shit, the niggas didn't have no fucking food. So you got to see. Like, I used to kind of be jealous of the Dookie Pookies because all throughout growing up, they was like little ripped little guys, and they was rough. They knew how to cuss. They knew all the curse words. I love me a Dookie Pookie. The Dookie Pookie is my homie. You feel what I'm saying? No disrespect to the Dookie Pookie. If you ever need somebody beat up, a Dookie Pookie. Now there's some scary buster Dookie Pookies all throughout the United States, but I'm specifically talking about the Dookie Pookies from out here, from where I'm from. It's really rarely like a buster. And like I said, the most hardest cats in your hood that you see with tattoos and the little cross, all that shit, 9 times out of 10, they Dookie Pookies. You feel what I'm saying? A Dookie Pookie is the lowest level. You don't want to trust a Dookie Pookie. A Dookie Pookie don't even trust itself. Sometimes the Dookie Pookie will tell you, man, nigga, you shouldn't even trust me, man. I had a Dookie Pookie tell me that, and I was like, alright. I remember I wanted him to sell weed for me, this one cat, and he was like, man, you sure you want me to do it, man? And I was like, nah. You can also get rid of a Dookie Pookie too with fat. That's a technique to get rid of a Dookie Pookie, because a Dookie Pookie will stalk your ass, especially if you like a fine female. Not a fine female, because Dookie Pookie know he ain't gonna get. He probably just hollering at her just to be happy. So the Dookie Pookie will steal from your ass. The Dookie Pookie will lie to your ass. The Dookie Pookie will run off with the bag. But there's a side to the Dookie Pookie that I wanna explain real quick. The Dookie Pookie is the most independent of all the Pookies. Now, all the Pookies are all of us are independent. But the Dookie Pookie is the ones that's in the prison that make all the shit. A Dookie Pookie can bust the spread down. You hear what I'm saying? A Dookie Pookie know how to make tattoo guns. Dookie Pookies are smart. Dookie Pookies are very resourceful. Dookie Pookies know all the information in the hood. And they know damn near everybody. A Dookie Pookie know the mail lady. And she like him, but don't want to get with him. But Dookie Pookies make people smile, especially when they happy. A cool Dookie Pookie is probably the coolest dude. They funny. You know what I'm saying? I remember this one dude. I told him to come to my house, right, to do my income taxes. And while he was in my house, my mom's house. And while he was up in there, he was looking at the pictures, he was getting the stuff together, and he was like, hey, you know him? And I'm like, who? He talking about my little brother. My little brother's a gangster, like a gang banger. He got shot in the face and all. He's a gang banger. And he was like, oh, hell no, and started putting this stuff up like I'm cool. And I'm like, what's up, nigga? You feel what I'm saying? You wasting my time and shit. I'm getting on him and stuff. He like, man, I'm cool, man. And he like angry and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this shit? So I went to go tell my homie, the Dookie Pookie. And the Dookie Pookie was like, man, you want to kill that nigga? And I said, yeah, I want to kill that nigga. I wanted to kill him too. So the Dookie Pookie gave me a pistol and was like, yeah, man, all you gotta do is just pull the trigger, man. It got 8 shots and shit. You throw that motherfucker away, man. Don't bring it back. Don't keep it. Because it got hot ones already on it. You feel what I'm saying? I goes around the corner and look for this dude. And the homie Mike. I got a homie Mike. He's still the homie too. The homie Mike, he intercepted me and he started telling me and shit. He like, what's up, man? And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to fuck this nigga up. And where he at? And he like, oh, that nigga gone back to Palmdale. But he go back to Palmdale, but let me tell you what happened. So I'm like, this is a whole nother story off the Dookie Pookie, but let me just finish this shit. He like, what happened? I mean, I'm like, he's like, he's gonna tell me what happened. I'm like, what was all that shit about? This nigga looking at pictures and getting up, like, and wasting my time and shit. And the homie was like, man, that nigga said your brother. That nigga said your brother. I'm like, what's up? He said, your brother, baby, eh? And then I'm like, yeah. And he like, damn, nigga, your brother, baby. Like, my brother, that nigga that, like, niggas run and shit. That's why he got shot in the face, because niggas didn't want to fight him. This nigga gonna pop him in the face. But he survived, though, through the Most High. But anyway, he said one day he was getting off the train, and my brother and all his homies used to be by the train. And my brother, I'm not gonna say my brother set, but my brother, he like, they all like say they set, but they all know the dude. But the dude is from another gang, but it's a cool. They both is like, they not beefing, they like kind of cousin gangs. They cool gangs. And this motherfucker said, my brother said his gang, and he was like, for sure, all right. He was with his girl. The dude, income tax dude, was with his girl. My brother said the gang again. And he like, all right, I understand. My brother like, what? And picked up a 40 bottle and bust that nigga in the face. And you know what? When I was introduced to him to do my income taxes, I was looking like, why the fuck do that nigga got all them little scratches on his face and shit? Like, cause they was like almost healed. It wasn't scabs, it was like the pink, you know how they be coming pink and shit? I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, all right there. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, come to find out my brother busted a nigga in the face with a motherfucking 40 bottle. Man, my brother's scandalous, man. That's fucked up. He hit that nigga in the face with a fork. And just think about it. He was all up in my mom's house. See, that's why you ain't supposed to do nothing to nobody. Like, look, I had to do. Look, he didn't even have to say nothing. If he was like a Dookie Pookie, you know what a Dookie Pookie would have did? First of all, the Dookie Pookie wouldn't have been doing your income taxes. But let's say the Dookie Pookie kind of was doing your income taxes. He'd look, and he'd be like, oh, that's that nigga that hit me with a 40 bottle. This is brother, and straight murked me right there. I come from that land. Don't play. Dookie Pookies. There's a psychology, there is a condition. Dookie Pookies is the lowest of the Pookies. And I'm gonna make another video about the seasoned Pookie. And I'm gonna make another video about the aging Pookie, when Pookies get old. So stay tuned. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. All that stuff, and stay the fuck away from them Dookie Pookies unless you want somebody murked.